Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, TK. Hey, Daddy. I was just wondering when I could see you again. Give me a call and let me know.
Hey TK, it's Carmen, baby. How are you? I know you're busy, but I miss you, papi. Te quiero ver.
Hey TK, I'm calling you. I was thinking about you. I'm hoping that I get a call back. Been on my mind. So, this your girl from Detroit. Me back when you get a chance, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.
What's up, everybody? It's comedian TK Kirkland, a.k.a. T to the motherfucking K. TK Kirkland is the philosopher. T to the motherfucking K is my philosophy.
Hi.
What's up, beautiful?
Not much. How are you?
Oh, I'm a tired man.
I know. I'm tired too, but I'm sure not as quite tired as you are because you are all over the place.
Yeah,
doing a lot of positive things. Thanks for calling.
Oh, you're welcome, beautiful. So, now I've seen your picture. I've seen the what you put in the DM. So, what kind of problems do you have? I'm just curious. I hear the problem. I just want you to hear it, and I want the public to know about it because I think I can explain what's really going on out here.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm 33.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot to bring to the table. I believe I have a lot to bring to the table. I'm educated. I just got my master's degree. I have great credit. I have my career. I have my own place. I'm in the process of buying my first home.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just having a hard time finding someone that's equally yoked.
Right.
So it's very challenging. Sometimes I'll hear guys say they want a good girl or they want somebody that's going to be like a ride or die. But then it's like, what are you bringing to the table? Because if I am the table, you got to bring some silverware or something.
Right.
I can't be taking care of a grown kid, a grown man. I'm not a single parent because that's kind of what you sign up for if you settle. And I'm not willing to settle. I shouldn't have to settle because I work very hard to get to where I am.
Here's the thing that I'm realizing in life. What I'm realizing in life is that all this shit is a fairy tale, honey. And if you find somebody that you can just love or like, you'll be okay. And hopefully don't get me wrong, you want them to have qualities. Right? What I mean by quality, good character, a good work ethic, humble, respectful. You want them to be good in bed. You definitely want them to eat pussy. I think that should be definitely a qualification. And with that, I don't think it should come down to the money because here's what's going on in the world. The first few months of my show on this podcast, I found a lot of men that's the situation, baby mama drama, not financially prepared, just slinging dick, faking being something that they not.
Absolutely.
And what's going on, right? And what's going on with most of the men in this country and the world, black, white, Spanish, not black men, a lot of men, they instead of them being who they are and not lie, they make things more complicated for the female. And what I mean by that is
what my experience was.
Right. You meet a guy, you like him, but he's lying who he is, where he could have came first to, hey, I'm just a hard-working young man. A lot of things have not gone my way, but I'm a good dude. And since you got yourself together, I'm going to make sure that I'm solid, that you can bring me along. But what happens in those type of situations, those guys that you let in usually start fucking your neighbor, trying to fuck your best friend, or trying to fuck your mom or even your sister sometimes, because sex is so powerful. What men lack is discipline. See, a lot of men lack the word discipline when it comes to ass and pussy. And this is the downfall. And if a guy can meet a woman and she can have all the qualifications, he has to have the discipline to ignore other females, because it's gotten wild out here. The decline of respect, the decline of men
chivalry,
respecting women, all that has declined. You got women talking back. You got women using profanity in their everyday vocabulary. I'm not saying a woman shouldn't curse. I'm saying a woman should use it as a weapon more than her everyday vocabulary. You got women acting tough like men. They talking back to men. They're being disrespectful to men. So they're acting like the dude. And it all is because of men. See, I was talking about earlier today. See, all this shit started on the decline back in the 20s and 30s when men wasn't handling their responsibilities. You know, it was getting women pregnant, treating them any kind of way, throwing the bitch on the street with the kids. So women created their own league, and it was called independence. And women wanted their own shit. And that's like when you had cigarettes back in the day called Virginia Slims and all that kind of shit, showing that women can do it on their own. So this has been the motto all these years. But what women have failed to realize is that all Afro-American women cry independence all day. White women are still getting married. So they're still taking them women and going up on the hill with the ring, with a family and everything. But Afro-American women are still talking slick with the mouth, still talking shit. And sometimes you have a good man, but you run the man off. Because our Afro-American women always feel the need to respond, always feel the need to not listen to comprehend, but listen to reply. So in your situation, what you have here, I don't know who you are. I'm just giving you so many different scenarios that I know one of them fits you. And only you know the ones that fit you. So what you have to do is hear the things that I'm saying, try to adjust, and move forward from there, because some women could be just like you, but they make the man feel everything that you've earned. You make the person feel that you got a master's. You make the person feel that you got a house. You say, oh, this is my shit. This is mine. This is mine. And then sometimes in life, you know, you got to go, it's not that you settle. It's just that you got to be smart. You got to be clever. What I mean by clever is you find someone that you like, and you make that person an asset. Now, I got to give you so many scenarios. Now, the risk you take is that this motherfucker blow up and get right and leave you. Then you just got to take it on the chin and keep it moving. You don't panic. You don't trip. You don't like, fuck you, nigga, I'm going to kill you. It's part of life.
Right.
And you have to accept it and keep it moving. And I think that's the way most women have to go. If not, if these scenarios that I'm giving don't help, women are just got to do what niggas do and buy a dick and invite a man out, fuck him, feed him, and you tell him, I'll call you when I need to see you. You don't have to be rude, but you lie to him. Say, oh, I'm going to see you tomorrow. And then you don't call that motherfucker tomorrow. You call when you're ready to talk. But it's coming. Listen to me. It is coming to that. Because a lot of broke niggas got good dick. So if a girl want to fuck, she going to have to know somebody that she know already. You know, take the nigga to the movie. She already know what it is. I'm going to take this nigga to the movie. I'm going to feed him. I'm going to get him a little something to drink. I'm going to bring him to my house. He got to wash his ass. I'm going to run in a nice shower. You know, never tell a nigga to take a shower. Just start running the shower for a nigga. And lay the towel and the soap out. I say, hey, baby, how you doing? You know what? I ran the shower for you because I just want to make sure that I take care of my man. Reverse psychology. A nigga taking his shit right off and hopping in the shower. Right. Niggas ain't washing their ass like they used to. So
bad face cloth, no washcloth.
Yeah.
Rolling up the soap.
Right.
No good Dove.
Exactly.
None of that.
Have everything in there for a nigga, even the kind of cologne you want for a nigga. You put the cologne in there, or you bring it out. Say, you know what, I like this. Why don't you try this on? Let's see what this smells like on you. And nigga like, shit, let me see that. It's like, you like this, baby? Like, yeah. Because when you fuck in bed, you want everything to be right.
Right.
And in the morning, you got something to do. I called you an Uber.
And no Uber Black either. Depending on how it is, you might get Uber Pool.
Yeah. You always want to be classy. You always want to be classy. Always get a nigga a nice car. And that's just the end of the line. Just to tell you how real I am. Yeah, get a nigga an Uber black car. Fuck it. Let them know you a bad bitch. You doing how you saying, then you gonna take care of your dick. So you're gonna send them in a black car. You don't want to send them in a motherfucker Uber Pool, and then motherfucker pick up another bitch, or he meet somebody in your neighborhood. Because I'm quite sure you live in a nice area, so that's a 20-mile radius.
Yeah, I live in the suburbs. I made it out the hood.
Everybody in that area is successful. So you do a Uber Pool, that motherfucker meet another bitch around the corner.
Oh my gosh.
And then now you fucked up. You're like, you sent your dick out for something else, or ran that bitch going to get Chinese food.
See, you know what my thing is, TK? What I think is that I don't brag about, my accomplishments, but I think that people just in general, I'll speak like from my own experience, because I'm not trying to just, label everyone in this category. What I honestly feel is that, when you're having a conversation with someone and you start to get to know a little bit about the person, when they ask you about, what is it that you do, or what have you been through, so many people lie so often that it like the stories just sound, okay, yeah, I heard this before, but then when they get to know me and see that I am legit, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, damn, she really is legit. Right. I don't know how to handle her. So everything that they've been telling me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
Like, it's like, I think with them, it's like they've been lying to so many people trying to mask, who they truly are. But if you know how to hold a good conversation and you are familiar with energy, you know that someone's energy introduces them before they even speak. So you know when it's a crock of crap. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, this story is not adding up, but you don't want to pull their card just yet because you try to get them the benefit of the doubt. But then you start seeing that they might really do own this car, or they might be leasing this car, but then they ain't got no apartment. Like they said that they got it. Or they'll tell you, because I even try to consider somebody who has a kid, which I'm not really a fan of, because some people just don't know how to be honest and do what they're supposed to do. They'll tell you that, they love their child and, they don't have any issues. And then as you continue to have conversations, then you find out that they might have drama with the kid's mother, or, lying about how old the kid is or how many kids they really have. So then it's like, I'm the type of person that I feel like I'm grown and I'm being legit with you, but if I find out that you're lying, I don't feel that I have to give you an explanation to let you know that I'm gonna stop dealing with you. I'm gonna just leave you alone. I don't feel like I have to explain myself to you because you knew what you did. So I think that's what the issue that I have run into. Again, I'm not trying to just single out every man, because I don't think that everyone is like that. But I just think that when people realize that I am being legit about, my life and all that I work hard for, it's kind of hard to keep up.
So basically, you're at a point where you have zero tolerance. So the first lie, you cut them off.
Exactly.
I totally agree.
But because it's like we too grown for that. Like, because if you learn about something so minute early on, if I try to build something with you, what else are you lying about? I wouldn't want to put myself in a situation where I've invested my time, my energy, and my emotions, and then I find out everything that I've been working so hard on is a lie.
I agree. And that's the thing. That's why I was saying, if you can meet a man with character and honesty, he really doesn't have to have the money, because the honesty and the character is priceless.
Absolutely. I agree. I even tried to be with somebody who didn't have as much money as me, but he was being a low-key hater and just trying to compare and contrast. But I never exactly said how much money I had. But I just think that when I was kind enough to invite him to my nice house, he seen that I wasn't, a fraud, because you eating good meals, good furniture, house smell good, house is clean. I have my job and, no drama. You're not going to hear no crazy stuff about me because I'm low key. I keep my circle real tight, keep my life private because that's how it should be.
Right, it's true.
It's just like he couldn't keep up, and he would just like make comments like, well, you're the breadwinner. I would like to be the breadwinner. Then step your game up.
Not even that. And guys, I want men to know when you listen to this episode that we're doing, when you say stupid shit like that to devalue who you are, you've already lost the game. See, what you ladies have a problem what ladies have that men are not able to do, they're not conversationalists. What I mean by being conversationalist, everything that comes out of a man's mouth should be positive. If you can't say something positive, then stay quiet. Meaning you should never say, "Oh, you're the breadwinner," or "Why did you choose me out of everybody?" or these type of things that make you seem less of a man. I get it.
I agree.
I've been hearing these stories all my damn life about men, and
I'm just fed up. I'm sorry.
And I'm just fed up with how guys approach women, But I really want men to have their shit together, though, before they even say hello to a female. Just like the way they go hard for getting an iPhone or go hard to get a car.
He was driving an X5, TK. That's what was tripping me out. If you obviously can't afford this X5 and you worrying about what I got in my account, then I'm gonna need you to get something that's a little bit more realistic for your budget.
Right. So you're saying that he had an X5 and he was complaining about the car note?
He would say like he's taking on an extra job, but basically the extra job was just to help to pay the car note. But you're saying that I'm the breadwinner in the relationship, but well, obviously your priorities aren't together.
So he's living beyond his means.
Exactly.
Right.
So that wasn't for me.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is, you're in a position that you have to see the whole field. What I mean by the whole field is that you got to see everything down the line. Every man that you meet, you should be able to read their story by their haircut, by the way they smell, by the way they dress, their shoe game, their car, and then their conversation got to be on point. If they're consistent, or are they being polite? And some of these things you don't even have to ask. I believe that if you could talk to a person 2 months without even asking the kind of question you want to ask them, everything, you will find out who you're about to kick it with. You will find out what kind of man that you have. You will find out if you even like this motherfucker anymore. See, because once sex is involved in the very beginning, sex confuses everything. The dick might be good, the pussy might be fantastic. So some things you overlook. You just want to be together. You just want to hang. But I always tell women, and I tell men, that when you meet a woman, you should have a plan. And guys are like, what do you mean? And a female should say, what are your intentions? And a man has to say his intention. It's like running for president. When you are running for president, you go to each city to explain to the people why they should vote for you. Well, with a female,
when you're campaigning.
Right. So when you meet a woman, you're campaigning for her vote, to be qualified, to be nominated. So you go to her and you explain it to her that you have accomplished this. This is why I want men to get their money together and get their life together first, so that when you sit down with a female, you can explain to her your accomplishments. See, because a man has to have accomplishments, or what the fuck you've been doing on this earth all your life.
Right.
What have you accomplished? You've been here 30, 40-something years. What have you accomplished? So basically, you have no degree, you have no money in the bank, you've just been taking up air.
Right.
That's
and see, I really don't feel that I try to, down people, because I came from nothing. You know what I mean? I grew up in the foster care system. my parents are alive, but I've never had a consistent relationship with them because they've always been on and off of drugs, in and out of the jail system. So, I had to basically learn how to be mature at a very young age because I know what it's like to have nothing. So I wanted to change my circumstances and make it better for myself so that when I do become a parent one day, my children won't have to experience those hardships. We'll all go through some kind of hardship in life, but they won't have to know what it's like to struggle.
Right.
So I worked very hard for what I have. And, I'm not going to, take away my accomplishments to make somebody feel better. They just got to do what they got to do.
Right.
I will never forget where I come from. I think that everybody in my circle and anybody that I grow with should have a healthy balance of ratchet and righteous, just a small bit, because you got to have book smarts and street smarts. But you still got to do what you got to do in a relationship. I think that, I would have to do my part and he would have to do his part, but you have to be confident. You can't be insecure. If I am the person that makes more money, you can still do what you need to do because at the end of the day, we have to help each other.
No, this is exactly what I'm saying. And I want you to remember one thing about life. Your story is one in a million. A lot of people don't have these opportunities. A lot of people don't have your DNA. A lot of people don't have your drive. So when you say and you talk, it sounds like it's easy, but a lot of people don't have those situations to get to where they are. Some people just have their DNA or the way they built makes them who they are. My thing, hearing what you're talking about, me giving you the knowledge that I have, is how do we find the solution to successful women who have their thing together, who are looking for great men to date, and where they can find one. If you're looking for somebody in your immediate area, 9 times out of 10 you're not going to find nobody that you like. And the reason why is because if you're growing up in New York, no disrespect to our Afro-American men, black, white, Hispanic, but a lot of people don't have their stuff together. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. So now you go outside the arena, right, which means Spanish, black, or white. Now, if you date a white person, 9 times out of 10, you could come up missing, kidnapped, or be on the market a trade slave over there selling pussy, because you never know how these motherfuckers move. I'm just being funny. But
or they might be undercover white supremacists.
Absolutely. So you have no idea which way to turn. So my thing is one day at a time. And you know what, believe it or not, I was thinking about asking you out on a date. I said, I'm going to ask her out on a date. I said, I'm a single guy. I said, I'm a single guy, and she is successful. So I said, I should just roll up on her and take her out. I swear to God, I was thinking that.
And let me tell you something, TK. I don't have the 25,000, but I have 23,000. So I'm almost there.
Okay. Yep. You would have to get the 2,000. You would have to get 2,000 to get the dick.
Well, we're gonna take that slow.
No,
but I have my ducks in a row.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be funny. But my thing is with a young lady, I had to sacrifice relationships to get to where I am.
Right.
Because relationships is a distraction for me because I got so much going on. So much. So for me to be in a relationship, it would take discipline. For me being in a relationship, the woman that I would date would have to fly to meet me. I would have to fly to meet her. But one thing I do have is honesty. I don't cheat. That's one thing I don't. I do not cheat. So that's the thing that I have going for myself. But if we should try to date, that's what I would say. I was like, we'll date for a minute, and when you get, it should take you long to get $2,000 in the bank.
No, it doesn't. But
it should take you about 6 weeks. If not, it's going to have to pay all your bills.
I think it'll be less than that actually.
Okay.
It's just that it's just the second week. You gotta pay your bills.
Right, you got to pay your
money.
You got to put something
your money will
aside.
fluctuate a little bit.
Right. Oh, I totally understand. But
But some people don't. Some people just live in a bubble. We don't live in a bubble because we work hard and we know what it's like. So
no, what we want to
bubble.
do is not that we want people that live in a bubble. What we want to do on this call is help people hear what solutions to have, how to change their mindset, how to think, and how to get to the bag the way we want them to get to the bag. And the way you got to get to the bag is, one, you got to be honest with yourself. Two,
and you have to be realistic.
Right.
You can't live beyond your means.
Right. You have to be realistic. You have to live in your means. I totally agree with you, 100%, because a lot of people I have conversations with that don't even air. They have these dreams, and they're great dreams, but their finances don't match their dreams. So that's like I explain to people, you have to play the hand that you dealt. If you play the hand that you dealt, everybody stays in their lane. Now, don't get me wrong, fellas, and don't get me wrong, ladies. Sometimes in life, you got to roll the motherfucking dice. And you got to, right here, you got to grind really, really hard to make this shit work. That's just the way it goes.
It's very true. I just think that people really, men and women, have to have their priorities in order. If you don't have at least your own apartment, you can't be driving around in a Benz. Because the car note that you're paying and the maintenance that you're paying, you could be paying household bills. You might have to get something that's a little bit more realistic in your budget. If you can't afford that, you have to swallow your pride pill. And I think that's the problem. Like, a lot of people have so much pride and they feel like they have so much to prove. But it's like, who are you proving it to? Because at the end of the day, you don't have anything in the bank to show for it. You got to stack your money. You don't know when it's going to be a rainy day. What you going to do if you don't have no money in the bank and you got this expensive car and you don't even got your own crib?
Right.
And then you want to come shack up with somebody else and you can't even buy groceries, but you want a meal cook. Come on, you got me in the middle. you want me to cook a meal, but you didn't even buy any groceries. And then you complaining that the food ain't done.
I totally agree with that, 100%, honey. I totally agree.
So I just think that, men and women, especially the younger generation like myself and a little younger, just have to be a little bit more realistic. And I know sometimes even for myself, I could give good advice to people in my circle, and sometimes I feel like I'm the most patient person. And I know that it's an oxymoron, but I think that you might understand what I mean by that. Sometimes I want things to just happen right then and there, but at the same time, that when anything is rushed, it doesn't always turn out in the best favor. Good things happen over time. And,
I agree.
It's not always easy to accept that, but that's the reality.
No, I agree with you, honey. And like I said, to the gentlemen and women who are listening, who are trying to get the bag, and once you get your stuff together first, everything else is easy. So you got to hustle like you have no friends and grind like nobody has your back. And I agree.
I took like the last year and a half off to just focus on me. Like I always said that I wanted to go back to school and get my master's, but I didn't go back sooner because I didn't want to have student loans, and I didn't want to go to a school that I felt was like ridiculously overpriced for the degree that I wanted. So I had to take some time to do some research, utilize benefits that were available at my job, stack my money because I knew that I didn't want to have to pay Auntie Sally Mae. So I did what I needed to do. I went back to school, and as fast as I applied, I got in the master's program, and my program was an accelerated program, so I was able to finish this year. I started March 2016, and I graduated May 6th of this year. But I had one more class, so they let me walk in May, but I finished in its entirety in July. And I didn't know that I was going to do that. And then, you know, listening to your podcast and just having conversations with other people, you just get to realize a little bit more when you just get to talk to people. Because in my opinion, talking to people is kind of like driving when you're the driver, because you have to be alert. You have to watch the signs. If you pay attention to people and their energy, you'll see their body language. You'll see how they converse. You know, and if it's not right, you know, either you're gonna stay on the HOV or you're gonna have to pull over with the pet.
Well,
you know,
I'm hearing, what I'm hearing and just observing life, when you fill out paperwork for a house, if you're not really smart, it could be intimidating because there's so much paperwork, right? So what people have to do, I think what you have to do to find a gentleman in the future is not tell the person how successful you are. Just tell them you're blessed. And they say, what do you mean? I say, well, I'm blessed. You know, I have a job and I could pay my bills and my light and gas is on. And as weeks and months go by, you tell a person about your achievements and your accomplishments. It shouldn't be something that should be said in the first 2 weeks or whatever. It should just be, everybody should just live and you could see for yourself and be observant, because demonstration is better than conversation. And you see, and if you invite the person over your house a lot, then something wrong, because a man should always pick a woman up and bring her to his spot, unless he's visiting out of town. Even if he's visiting out of town, he should have enough money to take her to a hotel at least the first 2 or 3 times that he's there, instead of getting into her house, trying to fuck her in her house. It got to be, I'm just a man of ethic, and I live by a certain code. So if I'm going to kick it with you, if I'm come see you, I get a hotel in the area, you come see me, I'll drop you off at your house a couple of times to see how you live, and guess what, boom, hey, come to Miami, come to Vegas, come to my spot in Turks and Caicos, or come to my spot in Brazil, et cetera, and we see how we moving. And that's the way it should be. So the way I think you should move in the future, when you meet somebody and you start talking, just don't start dropping A, B, C, D, E, F right behind one another, because what you're doing, if the person is insecure, or he could even have his shit together and still be insecure, it could sound slightly intimidating. And this goes for the guys too, because sometimes you can meet a female who is crazy about you, but because a man has so much success, a girl doesn't feel she's worthy to be in this person's arena. So everything is, like I always say, like the Rubik's Cube. All the colors is really hard to match that fuck up, isn't it? It's hard to get all the colors in line. Well,
one wrong turn.
Right. So this is what relationships are. It's the same way. And you meet somebody, you play the hand that you dealt. If it works out, and hopefully you can do the right thing. And if not, guess what? You take a break and you move on. It's similar to the Kardashians. The Kardashians was fucking everything that was moving until they found the right person. Kim Kardashian was looking for a husband. She was kicking with this motherfucker, that motherfucker. She found Kanye.
Three husbands later.
Right. Then
just the one for her.
Then her sister, this person, that she having a baby, she hooked up with the dude from Cleveland, the basketball player. The young girl got pregnant, and I think she wound up kicking, because once they have a baby with you, they normally try to stay with you. Yeah, once they have a baby with you, they staying with your ass. So my point that I'm saying is, this is the same way you got to live. I always talk about you got to hoe between 19 and 29. Hoeing is just my word of making it funny. But
like living life, making mistakes.
But you got to live your life from 19 to 29 and explore the world. You have to date. You got to get your degree. You got to have your accomplishments. But during this journey, you find out who you want to be with and who you want to spend the rest of your life with. But remember one thing I'm about to tell you. A woman can only choose her boyfriend. A man chooses his wife.
I agree, and that's what I told you in the DM, right? I don't think that a woman should be seeking him. He should seek her.
Right. Right. Well, you could seek him to be a boyfriend, but when it
Right,
comes down to marriage.
Right, but that's what I was referring to, because, that's the Bible.
Okay, well, I don't know about all that. I respect what you're saying, but, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So if a person could pull that off, then you have something, So to try to sum all this up, because I know we've been listening to your accomplishments and your journey and what you have achieved, pretty much running down your resume, we haven't really got down to the core of what we need to do. So the core that I think in the relationship with you, trying to find a good man, is that, young lady, you're just going to have to roll the dice, take one day at a time. And I think what you have to do, if you don't mind me saying this, you got to let it come to you. Instead of looking, let it come to you. And then after a while, it doesn't work. Then if you see somebody that you like, you're going to have to just go after it.
Okay.
And put your foot down and remember, if someone asks what do you do, just say you got a decent job and you are happy. You're happy and you're thankful and you're blessed. And that's the way you have to move in order to achieve what you want. Because I can hear it in your voice, you have a strong tone. And by having a strong tone, it can intimidate some men in your delivery. So what you have to do is soften up just a little bit, and your achievements are your achievements. That's for you. But when you deliver to a person, not all at one time. You got a little bit at a time. Now, here's the thing. Let's talk about sex. You give head?
I do.
Okay.
But not just to everybody, because I don't feel like you should just be giving that out.
The question again was, do you give head? It doesn't matter when you do it. It's just we want to know, do you do it? Okay.
Yes.
And can you come when you have sex?
Yes.
Okay. And are you loud or quiet?
It depends on the moment.
Okay, it depends. So it has to be emotional connection at the same time.
Correct.
And the reason why I ask you those questions, I want to make sure that you wasn't the problem, that you was horrible in bed. That's why I was trying to make sure that you had all this, and once you had sex with a dude like, this bitch got all this accomplishment, but she got some whack ass pussy. So I just want to make sure that you're straight. Because we're talking all this shit, but your game can be fucked up. And you probably can't fuck, so I just want to make sure that you're straight, See, people forget about all that because... No,
I know. Some people have it's been so, I've heard some situations.
Okay, I'm going to take the steering wheel back because I was trying to finish the story. So what I was trying to say is that when you can have all these accomplishments in the world and then get in bed and you ain't shit.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that even though you had all these accomplishments, that your bed game was just as good as your accomplishments. So all I'm saying then, if you are straight with me on everything that you're telling me, all I'm saying is you just got to give it time, sweetheart, and keep rolling the dice and keep doing what you do. And I think that you'll find love. I think that you'll find someone that you genuinely like. You just got to be patient. And let's talk about the downside. If you don't find someone, because it can happen. If you don't find someone, you just got to learn how to be that girl. You have to be a gigolo. You're going to have to go call and get your dick, baby, and send the motherfucker back home. I know, but you got needs, though, and you can't always use a toy.
Right.
You got to find somebody you like with some that fuck the hell out shit. And you go back to work on Monday with a little glow. That's all you want. Want to go work with a little glow? Bitch, what you been doing? You got the glow.
With the Jesus glow.
Yeah, you got the glow. Yeah, bitch, I got the glow. Who is it? Who is it, bitch? Oh, so this cost me $500 for the weekend, but it was worth it.
Oh, my God.
It might come down to this shit, honey. Who knows? It might come down to all this that we're dealing with. I hope not. I hope not for you ladies in the world, because you're dealing with a crisis out here. And it's so much. You got black men killing each other. You have the system locking people up. You got the cops killing black men. I mean, we're getting it from all kind of ways. And you got women sending niggas to jail, setting them up at the same time. It's fucked up out here for Afro-American men.
Yeah, or trapping people with the kids.
All that. But I fault the man.
The child
if you
support.
pull your dick out and you nutting a woman, you deserve everything that comes to you, because no man should nut in a
your life
female.
up.
Yeah, no man should live in this world and nut in a female understanding how this shit is today. If you do this in today's world, 2017, everything that happens to you, you deserve.
Right.
Ain't that much ass in the world. Ain't that much ass
agree.
in the world for a nigga to be nutting, and if it don't work out, you up in the motherfucking court system. And talk about court system, fellas, if you do get a paper in the mail to go to court for child support, show up. See, the problem that men have is that they don't show up, and the courts eat your ass up after that. You got to show up, tell them that you want to look for an attorney, plead your case. They'll give you time to get an attorney. So you don't get an attorney, they have help. They have self-help, fellas, in the court system, that somebody in there will help you fight your case. I want men to understand it.
In addition to that, though, TK, a lot of guys can't be afraid if somebody is saying that they're going to, threaten them with child support. They got to be smart enough to go sign up for child support themselves and fight for 50-50 custody.
Nah, bitch, let's go. I don't give a fuck. Listen to me, fellas. You got to tell a woman, bitch, let's go, because you ain't going to jail. They ain't locking you up. So if a girl say to you, I'm taking you to court, you say to her, bitch, let's go. Matter of fact, I'm going down in the morning and sign up and send you the paperwork, and I'll meet you at court. Do not be afraid to hear a woman say, I'm taking you to court for child support. What you say to her is, bitch, let's go.
They got to fight for custody, too, 50-50 custody, and they won't have to pay.
Right. Well, you might have to pay a little something depending on what state you're in.
Compared to what, if they don't show up and they get in arrears.
Right. You got to show up.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Because
once
people,
once you're in the arrears,
that's the worst.
You're done.
I met somebody who was on child support but didn't tell me, and how I found out, TK, they got locked up when we were supposed to go out.
Wow.
And they got locked up because their license was suspended because they were $40,000 in arrears.
Damn.
So I'm like, how do you get backed up like that?
Right.
So we couldn't even go on a vacation unless we was going somewhere like Florida or like the U.S. Virgin Islands or something, because he couldn't even get a passport.
Damn. Yeah, it happens. And that's why I felt like you got to go to court.
It's very important.
You go to court because it seems bad when you hear the word child support court. It seems scary. But show up, fellas. If you have any problems with child support court, trust me, call me. I'll tell you exactly everything to do to win your case. Trust me when I tell you that. Hit me on the DM. Tell me everything that's going on. I'll take you step by step and show you how you don't have to really pay that much money, that you still can see your child, but you got to be wanting to see your child. And then once you do that, I swear to God, I can help any person in the world in that situation. So beautiful. On that note, I had something to drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't drink. So I'm about to lay down. I said,
okay, well, thank you so much for the advice and the call.
Well, you're welcome, beautiful. And make sure you get back in a couple months to see what's going on. Now, what state you live in?
I live in Virginia right now. Northern Virginia. Woodbridge.
How far is that from Virginia Beach?
That is like 3 hours from here. Okay, so I'm about 45 minutes outside of D.C.
Okay, because I'm doing a show in Virginia Beach on November 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone.
Okay.
If you want to come down, let me know. I'll leave you 2 tickets. If not, you come by yourself and we can hang out. So it's up to you.
Okay.
All right? So put that in your calendar. Virginia Beach Funny Bone, November 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. And to everybody listening, make sure you pick up my Who Raised You comedy album. It debuted number 10 last week. and I wanted to stay in the top 20 so I could win this Grammy or at least be nominated for a Grammy. So, sweetheart, too, when you get off the phone, go to your iTunes and download Who Raised You. I really, truly appreciate it. You can listen to your car in the morning, going to work, and I think that you truly, truly will laugh.
Yeah, I think so, too, because you're hilarious.
And to everybody listening, to everybody who's going through something, to everybody wanting to get out of something, make sure you hit the TK Kirkland Show. Hit me on the DM, just show love. And we hope this beautiful lady that's on the phone found some type of resolution to her situation. And to everybody listening, thank you for your support. Keep the calls coming in. Keep hitting me on my DM, tell me your story, and I'll get back to you. I promise you as soon as I can. Until then, may your pain be champagne. Tea to the motherfucker.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Jonathan Mena, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, music by Lando Beats. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production.